From downtown Scranton, this is Northeast Current. WQPX invites you to join us as we explore public affairs, current events, and arts and culture in northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Now let's meet today's guests on Northeast Current.
Welcome to Northeast Current. My name is James May, and I'm the Regional Press Director for the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation.
I'm Mike Toludo, Safety Press Officer from PennDot.
We're coming to that time of year, whether we like it or not, we're coming to that time of year where there's going to be a lot more cars on the road. Even in the songs we talk about from Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. And from now until the end of December, we're heading into that time of year where there's just a lot of cars that will be out there on the road. Because of that, we wanted to take a few minutes here and let you know about some of the upcoming traffic crackdowns that are taking place around the area. One taking place right here with the Scranton Police Department, where they're going to be out on the roads cracking down and looking for a few different types of driving that's taking place that could be a danger to people as they're out there. Especially with the time of year now where with fall you have the deer on the road, you have the leaves on the road, you have the daylight getting shorter and nighttime coming in much earlier. Pretty soon we're going to have the snow here. It's a beautiful day today, but before we know it, the snow will be here and a lot more cars on the road. Along with that, we also have a number of parties that will be taking place between Thanksgiving and New Year's and Christmas. So a lot of factors coming together here that really in many ways add added danger to the roads if we're not careful. So because of that, Mike, we wanted to talk a little bit about one of the crackdowns that's taking place here, and that is the aggressive driving campaign. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, aggressive driving campaign is where local police departments throughout the state of Pennsylvania, there's over 320 some municipalities that will be out enforcing aggressive driving. Aggressive driving is where behavior on the road is not criminal, but it's speeding too fast, tailgating, doing things that are improper that could affect the safety of people.
Now, one of the things, and you alluded to it there, some people confuse aggressive driving with road rage. Those are two different things, correct?
Yes, road rage is when someone is trying to do a criminal act against someone, like deliberately, harassing someone on the road or driving too close or trying to cut them off. So that's more a criminal offense.
So aggressive driving is a traffic offense, whereas road rage is more of a criminal, intentional offense trying to harm somebody. Okay.
Yes.
Give me some of the examples. I know that you were just alluding to it a second ago, but give me some of the examples of what constitutes aggressive driving.
We have speeding, we have following too close, tailgating, we have improper passing and red light running. Okay. So there are some of the examples of aggressive driving.
Now, I know that we just finished up one aggressive driving campaign that many police departments were involved in. When was that one? When is the next one? I know that there's a time period that a lot of we call it the aggressive driving crackdown, but then there's certain waves that it comes in. The first wave took place when?
It started October 26th and runs through November 22nd. And there'll be different times during the day, weekends. The police departments will be out there doing enforcement. Scranton Police has one coming up on November 20th. They'll be out in one area of the city cracking down on aggressive driving.
So we have the Scranton Police taking part here in just a few weeks, and then many of the other police departments. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a break real quick, and we're going to come back and talk to someone from the Scranton Police Department who can talk a little bit about what they do as part of the aggressive driving. And we're going to talk as well about some of the other driving things that are taking place in the area.
Click it or ticket.
Okay.
And there's also a safe operation holiday because we have the Thanksgiving holiday coming up, and we also have the night before Thanksgiving they'll be out doing DUI checkpoints. Okay.
Right after this, we're going to talk to a representative from the Scranton Police Department to see what they do and what they are looking for during the aggressive driving campaign. Welcome back to Northeast Current. My name is James May, and I'm the Regional Press Director for the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation. We mentioned before the break that one of the things that is taking place here in the area is an aggressive driving campaign in which many of the local police departments will be going out and cracking down on aggressive driving and a number of other things. But we wanted to talk with Corporal Bachman, who is here with us from the Scranton Police Department. Your title, I know that your title has something to do with traffic, and what is your official title here?
My current assignment is I'm assigned to the highway unit. I'm the supervisor of the highway unit, which oversees crashes and also the aggressive driving campaign, as well as Buckle Up PA.
You guys are participating in the aggressive driving campaign. What is it that you will be looking for? How do you tell if somebody is engaging in what would be classified as aggressive driving, and what is aggressive driving?
We in the police department, we're looking for people who naturally are tailgating, speeding, unsafe lane changes, stop sign violations, and so on and so forth.
So when somebody is driving aggressively, you know, many times people are in a rush, they're kind of doing whatever. Why do you think that people are driving aggressively, and what is the impact that you see that as having on other motorists?
We see the aggressive drivers, they actually participate in this, and it causes crashes. We've noticed it increases crashes on highways, especially this time of the year.
Right.
The upcoming holidays, you're going to see more cars on the road. People are in a big hurry to get somewhere, and actually by speeding or doing the aggressive driver, you're really not saving yourself any time. Especially when we come along and notice you, we are going to pull you over, and you will get a ticket, which is going to slow you down even more.
And I think about the fact that people may take their chances with a ticket sometimes. They say, well, I'm in a rush, and so I'm just going to take my chances and go out there. But more than the ticket, obviously there's the danger of you putting somebody else's life in jeopardy, you putting your own life in jeopardy, and I'm sure that you see that as well, where the result of an aggressive driving is the ticket, but also harming another person's life.
Unfortunately, yes. In my career here, I've been 15 years in this current assignment, and unfortunately I've seen several fatalities due to aggressive drivers.
This is that time of year, and I alluded to it before, where you have sort of this perfect storm of a whole bunch of things that are happening. You know, this is the time of year where we're going to get the first snowstorm coming in. You add that to the fact that the days are shorter and you have more nighttime, you have more Christmas parties, and so there's alcohol many times involved, and you just have a whole lot more people on the roads this time of year. So when you combine all of those things together, we're already dealing with this sort of perfect storm of possibilities for crashes. You throw in something like aggressive driving, and it's just one more factor there in the mix with things. And so it's something that I know you guys will be out. You're heading out, it's starting the middle of November time frame. Is that about when you're doing this? And what can you tell us about, without giving too much away, what can you tell us about what you'll be doing?
Correct. We are actually doing an enforcement wave November 20th. Unfortunately, we will not give you the time that we are going to be out there.
Fair enough.
We in the police department are actually looking for these aggressive drivers every single day.
Okay.
I see it every single day on the roadway, unfortunately. And our job is to make the roadways safe and cut down on our crashes as well.
And so the difference between what happens in an aggressive driving campaign and what happens every day is that there's just added emphasis to it, added police department. What's happening more now with the aggressive driving campaign?
We could actually, with the grant that we received from the state, we're fortunate to participate in this, where we actually can devote officers just to target aggressive drivers.
Oh, good. Good.
So, you know, during the routine patrols, if there is such a thing as a routine patrol, but now these guys are out there specifically designed to look for aggressive driving.
Well, let me just say on behalf of the public, but also I have this new role now, a little bit outside of PennDot, but I'm now the father of a driver. One driver got his license just a couple years ago, and then my son right now has his permit. So as the father of two teenage boys that are now on the road, and then one teenage girl who will be driving fairly soon, it's nice to know that you guys are out there protecting them from others, because sometimes they just, without thinking, can become aggressive drivers, but also protecting them from other people. So thank you for what you guys are doing here with this aggressive driving campaign.
Thank you.
You know, Mike, as we were preparing for this segment here, I've got to admit, I actually learned something that I had no idea before today. And that is that Thanksgiving Eve is the biggest party night of the year.
Absolutely.
I always assumed it was New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve or some other thing, but it makes sense because you have family coming in from all over the place. And so Thanksgiving is actually one of the biggest holiday party times of the year. With that in mind, we talked already about the aggressive driving campaign. What are some of the other campaigns that PennDot has and that will be partnering with police departments on? What are some of the other campaigns we have coming up?
Okay, we talked about the aggressive driving. The next one we have is Operation Safe Holiday, like you talked about, the biggest party day of the year. Police will be out during that holiday weekend. which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Of Thanksgiving.
Of Thanksgiving.
Okay, so the Operation Safe Holiday is taking place at the Thanksgiving time. What takes place with the Operation Safe Holiday?
Well, police will be out there enforcing DUI, checkpoints, and trying to get aggressive drivers again, and seat belts. So there's different activities that they'll be looking for. But just my theory is just do not drink and drive.
You know, I mentioned that that I actually learned something with this when we were talking with Corporal Bachman at the break before. He was telling me that they see a lot of DUIs around the Thanksgiving time, and I don't think about Thanksgiving as being a high DUI time of the year, but he said it is, and he said that it's normally the night before, and then Thanksgiving itself is the highest reported time for domestic violence. I guess you have so many family members coming in and coming together, and you mix alcohol with it, and you know, so it's something like that. Thanksgiving, which should be a time for Thanksgiving, ends up being one of the most difficult times for people because you have so much alcohol mixed in with parties and family get-togethers and stuff. So the Operation Safe Holiday is around the Thanksgiving time. After that, I understand there's another one coming. What's the next wave that they have?
From November 21st through December 1st, policemen throughout the state again will be out checking for seatbelt. It's called Click It or Ticket campaign.
Okay, the Click It or Ticket campaign will take place
and they'll
again.
be out looking for people not wearing their seatbelt.
So we have the Operation Safe Holiday, and as part of this Operation Safe Holiday, part of the holiday is Thanksgiving, part of the holiday is Christmas, cracking down on seatbelts, DUI, aggressive driving, sort of that time of year where a lot of people on the roads, so a lot of cracking down.
Absolutely,
like.
and they're going to focus on Thanksgiving Eve.
Okay.
So that's where they're going to be out looking for DUIs. So if you're going out to a party, either have someone drive you, walk, take a cab, just call a friend for a ride.
One of the other things we do want to let folks know, it's a little bit different from our topic here this morning, is that we actually send out reports of what's happening in the area. During the summer, those reports focus on what is planned. During the winter, they end up altering those a little bit, and it's basically, if you want to know what's happening on the roads out there, we do send alerts out to folks. You can go to 511pa.com and sign up for those yourself, or if you want to email me directly, jamay@pa.gov. We send out these alerts and just let folks know when a road might be closed because of the weather or other types of things that are happening in the area. It's that time of year they always talk about from Atlantic to Pacific. Gee, the traffic is terrific. It's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, but unfortunately, because of the amount of cars on the road and because of the amount of alcohol and parties and just the various factors that are out there, for many it's not the most wonderful time of the year. And we at PennDot are partnering with the Scranton Police Department, with other police departments, the Pennsylvania State Police, to try to make sure that it can be a wonderful time of the year, but also a very safe time of the year as well. So on behalf of Michael Toludo, I'm James May, and the entire Pennsylvania Department of Transportation and our local police departments, be safe out there. We hope that you do have a wonderful time of the year, but we want you to be safe when you're traveling on the roads. Please be sure to buckle up, don't drink and drive, don't text and drive, and be safe while you're traveling this holiday season.
Take 3, scene 3.
Ready? Under. Oh, I'm gonna look tall now. Don't get him rushing. I try to get him to slow down. Now you're gonna make him.
Okay, operation mode is a matter endangering, and is the sun in our face?
You look good. You look good there. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Is your camera on?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize you had 2 cameras
Yeah.
there. Okay.
So this is your camera. This is
Got
your
it,
camera.
got it.
Mike's
all
okay?
Yes.
I was wondering why you're bouncing your camera all over the place there, but you're going to do the 2 camera thing. Okay.
Like I said, even though I got tongue-tied there, that was good.
Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Pennsylvania Department of Transportation.
Oh, hi, Mike Toludo. Start again.
Let me do it again. Ready?
Okay.
Yep. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh, too right.
You can't have 2 going at the same time.
I needed makeup.
Go. You trying to get him to put makeup on, huh?